Hi, for today's mat workout, Pilates inspired, we're going to be using a ball for a prop. So I'm using a Pearl Yamuna ball, but we won't be putting our weight on the ball or rolling, so you can use any small ball that you have in your house. All right, so just to start, we're sitting comfortably in any position that's comfortable for you. And if you like, I'm sitting on a cushion. You can sit up on a prop. We're just going to take a few full breaths. As you inhale, think about the rib cage expanding and the tall spine. And as you exhale, just releasing tension, relaxing shoulders away from the ears. Let's take one more big breath. And then tuning into the core engagement or engagement of those lower abdominal muscles, thinking about very slightly pulling the belly button towards the spine, scooping the lower abdominal muscles in and up, feeling that engagement. At the same time, you may notice that you're sitting a little taller, chest is lifted, and then relaxing those shoulders back and down. Take the ball between your hands and extend your arms forward. So by extending the arms forward, if you notice that your shoulders have started to round forward, keep the arms extended and pull the shoulders back, wide across the collarbones. On the next inhale, let's reach up to the ceiling with the ball. And then exhale and bring those arms forward, back to shoulder height. And again, inhale up, tall spine, exhale forward. So just follow your breath here. We're just getting warmed up. We'll go one more each way. Lifting up, sitting tall, bringing the arms forward. Pause here. Have a breath. Start with an inhale. On your next inhale, we're twisting to one side. So bring that ball over to one side, twisting from the waist, arms stay extended, and then coming back to center for your inhale, exhaling over to the other side. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. And again, we're getting warmed up, so just going to the place that's comfortable for you, nice and easy. And we'll go one more each side, twisting at the waist and center, one more. Pause at center. Let's bring that ball down for a moment. Just roll the shoulders up and back. And then bringing the arms out to a T with the ball in one hand. And just giving that ball a little bit of a squeeze so it stays in your hand. Checking in that we have the scoop of our lower abdominals, core engaged, sitting tall. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling, pass the ball to the other hand, and come back down to the T. Inhale, reach up, pass the ball. Exhale, arms out to the side. And keep going like this, follow your breath. And a reminder here to always listen to your body before you listen to my instructions. So modify, take breaks whenever needed, never work through any pain. Let's do one more pass overhead. Nice, and then you can bring that ball down. We're gonna make our way to hands and knees. So if you are sitting up on a cushion or a prop, we can move that off to the side. And then I'm gonna place the ball between my knees. So I'm coming to hands and knees position with that ball between my, just above my knees. And my wrists are under my shoulders, fingers are spread wide. Pulling my navel slightly towards the spine to engage the core. I'm gonna tuck the toes of both feet. And then I'm just going to lift my knees slightly off the mat. Just a little lift of both knees, keeping that ball in place, and lower. And keep going like this, lift and lower. We've got the activation of the adductor muscles of the thighs, holding that ball in place. Small lift and lower. Next time we lift the knees, let's keep them lifted. Little pulses here. So just pulsing in the air. Make sure you're breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. You can untuck your toes. We'll do a few cat and cow stretches here. So inhale, lift the tailbone, belly drops, chest lifts. Look forward, exhale, head drops, belly pulls in, tailbone tucks under, arch the spine to the ceiling. Inhale to look forward, exhale, arch up to the ceiling, and just follow your breath a couple more times for spinal mobility. And then we'll meet in neutral spine, keeping that ball where it is with a little bit of activation of the legs to hold the ball in place. Bring your right arm out to the side. Reach out to the side, revolve up, reach the arm to the ceiling, and then scoop under the body the other way. Scoop. And then reach out to the side, revolve, reach to the ceiling, and scoop under. Let's inhale as we come up. Exhale as we come under. We'll do one more each way. This time we're going to come right down onto the shoulder and the side of the head. We'll stay here and have one more big breath. And then lift yourself up, back to hands and knees, starting position. Other arm, left arm out to the side, revolve up, reach to the ceiling, and curl under. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, scoop. Keep going. Last one here. This time we'll come all the way down onto our shoulder and the side of our head. And just stay here for a full inhale, exhale. And then coming back to hands and knees. Get a hold of your ball, swing your feet forward. We're going to come to boat position. And then again, I'm going to position the ball just above my knees between my thighs. So I'm squeezing slightly to hold the ball in place. And then from here, I have my knees bent, feet on the mat, legs are parallel. I'm going to come back onto my forearms. So I still have core engaged, chest lifted, and we'll do a few squeeze and release of the ball. So just keeping the ball in place, just a little move here, squeeze and release. A good way to work those adductor muscles, holding the ball in place. Couple more. And then just pause, come up onto your toes. Checking that I have that scoop in my lower abdominals. I'm going to keep the ball at where it is and extend one leg with pointed toes, extending out away from me, and then bring those toes back down. Other leg, extend the leg and lower. And keep going like this, extend and bend. And we'll just do one more each side. Nice work. And then feet flat, lift yourself back up. Let's take the ball between our hands. I'm going to position my legs so they're parallel to each other. My feet are about hip width apart. I'm going to hold the ball just above my knees. Engaging my lower abdominals, lift the chest, lean back slightly. Inhale to start, and as I exhale, I'm twisting to one side, bring the ball down just outside of the hip, looking down towards the ball. My eyes can follow the ball. Inhale back to center, exhale to the other side. And keep going like this. So as we're doing the twist, see if maybe you can lean back just another notch. And then check in as to what your legs are doing. We want to try to keep the legs as stable and still as possible, staying parallel to each other. So if the knees are falling out to the side, just see how still you can keep your legs. Always breathing, and let's go one more each side. Nice work. Coming back to center. Position that ball once again just above the knees, between the thighs. We're going to make our way down onto our back. So reaching the arms forward. I'm going to slowly lower down using abdominal strength to lower myself down. You can always use hands as needed. Coming down onto the back. The ball is still in place here. Just put your hands on your rib cage. Take a couple big breaths. Feeling those the rib cage expand out to the side and soften on the exhale. Arms at your side with palms down. We'll review our upper body curl. Inhaling here, exhale, curl the upper body up and over, chin to the chest, looking down towards your legs or your belly. Lift your arms, palms are down. So the upper body curl, you really want to think about up and over. If you find yourself back here looking at the ceiling, then you just put your head down and keep going with the exercise. So no strain in the neck. And we're going to go into hundreds in a moment. So checking in that core is engaged. And then I'm lifting my feet, keeping the ball in place. Inhale, exhale, upper body curls up and over, arms lift, palms are down. We start pumping our arms, strong arms. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Halfway there. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, out, in, out. One more round. Breathing in and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can let your head come down. Maybe pull your knees towards your chest, or just let your feet come down, whatever feels right for you. Bringing feet to the mat. Big breath. We're going to do 2 rounds of a double leg stretch, keeping that ball where it is between the thighs. And of course, you always are listening to your own body. So if you've had enough of the ball, you can always put it aside and do double leg stretch without the ball. We'll do 1 set with our head down, second set option to do it in upper body curl. So for this first set, leaving the head down, scooping the belly, lifting the feet, palms on either side of your knees for starting position. As you inhale, legs extend away from you, arms reach to the ceiling and reach overhead. Exhale, arms circle around, reach to your fingertips, bring the knees in, touch your knees. Inhale, arms and legs extend. Exhale, circle the arms around, knees come in, touch your knees. And keep going. Following your breath, nice strong arms and legs, really reaching through your fingertips, full range of motion. Let's go 3 more. You got it. Last one here. Nice. And you can bring those feet down. Have a couple big breaths. Bringing lots of oxygen into your body. And we'll do that second set, option for upper body curl. So scooping the lower abdominals, lifting feet, upper body curls up and over, eyes are looking down, palms on either side of the knees. As we inhale, legs extend away, arms overhead. Circle the arms around, touch your knees. Inhale, arms and legs extend. Exhale, circle around, knees come in. Keep following your breath. Big breaths, just always breathe. We'll do 2 more. Nice work. Last one here. Awesome. Bring those feet down. Let's take that ball out from between our thighs. Just put the ball off to the side somewhere handy where you can reach it in a moment. Walk your feet a little bit wider on the mat for windshield wiper knees. Let both knees sway over to one side and through center and to the other side. And this should feel really great after holding that ball in place. Just letting the knees sway side to side as you take those big breaths. 1 more to each side. Coming back to center, walk your feet now to touch each other. So we're going to zip the legs up. So thighs are touching, knees are touching, feet are together. With my core engaged, I'm going to keep my knees and thighs together and lift my right foot. So the right leg is extended. Grab onto your ball and put the ball on that extended leg on your thigh. Both hands on the ball. We're going to be rolling the ball up and down this extended leg. The whole time I want you to think about the thighs together, knees together. All right, hands on the ball. Inhale to start. As we exhale, upper body curls up and over, and I start to walk this ball with my 2 hands up my leg, up, 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 and then curl or roll it back down and bring my head back down. Inhale, exhale, curl up, roll the ball up your leg, roll the ball back down, lower your head. And again, coming up, back down. Let's do that 1 more time. Let your head come down, and we'll switch feet. So right foot comes down, left foot lifts. Thighs and knees are together. My ball is going on that extended leg. I start with my inhale, and as I exhale, I roll the ball up my leg. Seeing how high I can roll the ball, coming back down, and again. And maybe imagine that you can go a little bit higher with the ball each time you roll up. Using abdominal strength to roll yourself up. We'll go 1 more here. And then bring that foot down. Big breath. Let's just put the ball to the side. We'll have a full body stretch. Slide both legs out on the mat, arms to the ceiling, and let your arms come overhead. You can have a soft bend in your elbows. Full breath. Stretch it out. Bring your arms back down to your sides. Slide your feet in. And we're going to place that ball again between our thighs. Bring your feet close to your body. Prepare for bridge. Tucking shoulder blades, scapula underneath you, so collarbones are wide. Arms at your side with palms down, pushing into feet. Let's lift the hips, keeping that ball in place. Nice high lift of the hips and the chest, and then very slowly coming down, 1 vertebrae at a time, touching down to the mat. And again, we're going to lift up to our bridge. Pause at the top of your bridge, and we will squeeze and release the ball. So little squeeze and release of the ball between the thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down. Have a breath. We'll do 1 more bridge variation. Lifting back up to your bridge. Keeping that ball in place. Extend your right leg. Lift that foot. Extend the leg. Lower the foot back down. Extend the left leg. And let's go a few more times, alternating, extending our legs. And I want you to think about keeping your hips level with each other. So you could even bring your fingertips onto your hip bones to tune in to what's going on there. We want to keep the hips level, keep them lifted. 1 more each side. Nice work. And then slowly lower down. And let's take that ball away, and we'll once again do some windshield wiper knees. So bring your feet a little bit wider and let your knees sway side to side. Follow your breath. One more each side. And then go ahead and roll onto your side. So keep the ball handy. We're going to be on that bottom forearm with my elbow under my shoulder. Bottom knee is bent, little kickstand, top leg extended. I'm going to take the ball and just hold it in my top hand. And lift the hips, come into your plank. And then top arm just reaches to the ceiling with the ball. And we're just going to hold here. Have a couple more big breaths. And then let the hips come down. I'm going to support my head with my lower arm, either elbow bent or you can be right down on the arm. And I'm going to take the ball now and place it between my ankles. And then extend my legs. So I've got the ball there between my ankles, a little bit of activation to hold that ball in place, core engaged. I'm going to lift both legs off the mat and then lower. And lift both legs and lower. A couple more like that. Next time I lift both legs, I'm going to keep them lifted and I'm going to shuffle my legs back and forth. Just a very small move here as they roll back and forth over the ball. Let's see if I can keep the ball from popping out. Couple more here and then lower down. And now move the ball to the front edge of your mat. See if I can do this just with my legs. And then I'm going to rest both legs on top of the ball. So the ball's towards the front edge of the mat. I'm putting my lower leg just around the ankle area on the ball and then the top leg on top. So both legs resting on the ball. We're going to be doing side kicks in this position. And by resting the legs on the ball, I'm introducing more instability. And so which will make me have to work a bit harder, especially my stabilizing core muscles. So the top leg is going to hover above the bottom leg. I have my foot flexed, core engaged. I'm bringing that top leg forward for 2 kicks, kick, kick, and then I'm bringing the leg back, point the toes, and extend back for 1. And forward for 2 kicks, and back for 1 extension. And keep going like this, flexing the toes forward, pointing the toes back, and you're breathing. And you can see the work your body has to do to stabilize with that bottom leg on the ball. Let's go 2 more. Last one here. Nice work. Line the legs up. We're going to make our way over onto our other side. So again, I'm going to be holding the ball in my top hand. I'm on my forearm, bottom knee bent, lifting up into side plank. Top arm is just going to reach to the ceiling, just holding the ball up there. And I'm breathing. Just working on strength and endurance. 1 more full breath. And then lower yourself down. Placing that ball between my ankles. Make sure it feels stable there. And I'm going to support my head with my lower arm. Core engaged. I'm going to lift both legs and lower. And lift and lower. Keep going. Next time you lift both legs, keep them lifted and that little shuffle in the air, trying to hold the ball in place. And relax, let your legs come down. And let's get into that kicks position. So the ball is at the front edge of the mat, resting both legs on the ball. Round the area of the ankle. And then the top leg is going to hover. I start with my foot flex, bring it forward for 2 kicks, and then point the toe to bring it back for 1. And I kick, kick, extend. Keep going. Inhale forward, exhale back. Two more. Nice work. And let's bring the ball back up to our hands and come up just for a moment to hands and knees. And then we're going to bring the ball in front of us between our hands and come down on forearms. We're going to make our way to forearm plank. We're just going to hold the ball here between our hands. Stepping back onto your toes, lower the hips so your body's all in one line. You always have the option here of lowering the knees. If your knees are lifted, we're tapping, alternating knees down. So we tap, tap, and breathe. If you start with your knees lower, you can alternate lifting. So choose your variation, always breathing. We'll go 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Lower your hips down. We're going to stay up on our forearms. But the ball now can go off to the side. So prop yourself up on your forearms, palms down. You can always adjust the position of your forearms to come a little bit forward if that's more comfortable for your back. So always checking in on how things feel. I'm keeping my eyes down on the mat for the most part so that the back of my neck is long. A little scoop in my lower abdominals. We're going to do our kicks here. So I'm bending my right knee, flexing my foot, 2 kicks towards my body. Kick, kick, and then point my toe to lower. Other leg, flexing my foot, kick, kick, point the toe to lower, and keep going. 2 kicks on each side. Back of the legs working into the glutes and lower back. And we're just going to do 1 more each side. Nice work. And then you can push yourself right back up into seated. And if you like, find your cushion or prop to sit on. And you don't need your ball for this. We'll do a couple stretches here to finish up, to cool down. So just start by sitting cross-legged. And then we're going to bring one leg out to the side to sit in a mermaid position. So whatever side you want to start with, we have both legs going over in one direction in mermaid. If this is not great for your knee, you can modify by extending that leg. Getting yourself centered, sitting tall. We're just going to do some side bends, lifting one arm up to the ceiling, side bend over. As you exhale, inhale, center, other arm comes up, side bend. And we'll do 1 more each side. Following your breath. Coming back to center, let's switch our legs around. And 2 sides can always be different, so always checking in how this side feels. Inhale the arm up, side bend over. Back to center, other arm. 1 more each side. Nice work. Let's extend both legs out in front of us for a moment. And give your legs a little shake. If you like, have a reach forward over your legs, any amount. And then we will once again sit comfortably. You might decide to keep your legs extended or any other way that's comfortable. We'll finish with 3 big breaths, tuning back into our breath. Fingertips down, sitting tall. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Fill the lungs. Exhale, relax down. Last one, big inhale. And exhale, let it go. Thank you for joining me for this Pilates-inspired mat workout with the ball. Love it if you subscribe and give me a like. Hit notifications if you want to be notified when I upload some more workouts. Thank you, and thank yourself for being good to your body.